it's too hot to be doing this crap, but I need to pull the heads and intake off this 389 so I can clean the cylinders out and look in the valley and make sure it's not, like, obviously any freeze cracks, and clean the cylinder tops with a wire wheel drill bit or something, and maybe get some vapor rust in it. And we want to get it cranked over. I had a scrap of this wood I dropped it on that's about to collapse, that's sort of holding it up, but got the Milwaukee out, and we're gonna get after it. Man, this thing's coming apart faster than the media leftist talking points of fake news. Already got, of course, that second owner must have put that Ford blue on here. No wonder the car got ruined and rusted outside. Original owner knew what color that was supposed to be. Look, a dirt diver got in the engine. Impressive. Looks like it really wasn't sludgy. Probably was pretty good, except for the part where they left the air cleaner off and propped the hood up. Brilliant. But yeah, I already got like all the intake bolts out. I'm just working my way. You can see at one point they were putting good stuff on here. That is a high flow style thermostat. Might even be a Robert Shaw. Let's see if I can, it'll probably get destroyed, but oh yeah, 160 degrees. That's approved and my go-to. Hey, there ain't much other ways to get your high compression engine to survive if you're trying to limp it on 93 with 10 1/4 to 1. I think 180 is probably stock this year model, but 160 is only going to help you at least part of the time, you know, reduce the chance of the destructive detonation. Note that I'm doing the house slippers with socks today, because I wore these damn things in Galveston, walked too much, and it took the skin off the arch of my foot, because it really wasn't meant for a lot of walking. Okay, back to our regular scheduled Pontiacs. Yeah, I'm prepping this because I offered it up for sale to my buddy Robert in Canyon Lake, San Marcos area, Texas. He's an old Pontiac buddy, younger generation. You know, you gotta friend them up and learn them up on the old stuff so we can pass them on to the next generation. But he had scored a nice 6.5 Catalina Safari wagon, and some chump had put a 326 Tempest engine in it, and I said, hey, I got a 65 325 horse code automatic motor. It's a correct optional engine for that car. You want to buy it and build it? You could put dish pistons in it if you want, keep it numbers looking right, and make it run on pump gas. Do anything you want. Bore it out 400, put 406X heads and drive it on regular gas. Whatever you want. So he's supposed to come next week and get it, and I said I'd try to get it unstuck. So hence the prep work. Alright, the bolts are out. Alright, bring the thunder. Oh yeah. Easy enough. All these bolts. Pontiacs use washers this year model, but later on they stepped up their hardware to these cap screws with the built-in shoulder bolts. They are fantastic. Better than most OEM bolts, I can tell you that. Alright, so that looks kind of gnarly, but not too bad. We'll get that valley pan off next. 2 valley pan bolts out. Bring more thunder. Bend the valley pan. It'll fix with a hammer. Totally normal. Oh, this ain't good. Looks like they blew this bitch up, because I see piston parts in the valley. Not good. Kind of wondering if they did the old, hey, let's put cheap gas in this 10 1/4 to 1 motor. And then, yeah, not feeling good about this. Might have to call Robert back. See if this baby's salvageable. So she ain't stuck on the top end so much as locked up on the bottom end. Ah, man, I really was hoping that wasn't the case. We'll just have to figure out if the block's salvageable. Carrying on. One-handed. Leave the push rods help push it off the head gasket. How about that? I don't know. Try not to show my belly. Stay. This will be heavy with exhaust manifold intact. Notice the steel shim head gasket. OEM. Very nice. Probably good push rods, but probably never be used again. Well, this piston's seems crooked. Maybe. Oh, I gotta wash my hands. Well, I'm gonna say this one's got something wrong with it. Seems different. So, we'll say there's a clue that number 4's got an issue. And it's tilted. Huh. With a couple more zip zip with that Milwaukee, I even left the alternator bracket on and the exhaust. Left all the rockers on. And found, yeah, it looks like number 5 seems different than the others. I think the bearing on number 3 is a little thin too on the both. Oh, head gasket was sealing good, just a little bit of crossover carbon. It's fairly typical. You notice the deck height's pretty tight on these old motors. They are premium fuel. Premium. And if you don't run the right fuel, well, you can get these, your piston will turn like that. It could be something else, I mean, but I know it ain't a sludgy motor. I don't know if I'm gonna take the pan off today. That's a whole nother mess, so I gotta deal with all this, organize this and some of that, and we'll go from there. That pan's gonna be full of sludge, so I'll have to hoist this back up, and I'm gonna go ahead and deaccessorize the front of it, I guess. We'll go from there on the next one later.